welcome back to a chip off the old block. This is Jeff. Today, we're going to build perhaps one of my favorite themes, which is not really a theme because they've only got a couple of them, but Transformers. As a kid, I used to watch them. We'll talk about them more. I'm talking back in the 80s when it was a cartoon. Like, I used to watch them. Anyway, earlier this month, Lego came out with Soundwave, and he's got 2 cassette tapes. Now, in the cartoons he had 4. He had more than that. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, this particular set has 1,505 pieces, 12 bags. So what we're going to try to do today is we're going to try to get 6 of those bags done. And also what we're going to do is we're going to go over, I have a, Bumblebee here. I'm sorry. Sometimes, yeah, I can't turn off the sound on my phone today. I'm actually expecting a phone call. That was a piece of housekeeping I need to get out of the way. I'm having a procedure done tomorrow, medical procedure, and they're going to be calling me and telling me what time. So I'm not able to turn off that. I'm sorry. I can't miss this call. Anyway, last night I built Bumblebee because at the end I am going to compare. I'm going to have a video with Soundwave, and also we're going to have Bumblebee. And I haven't built him again, but I have Optimus Prime right here. That's the factory reset version. We'll go ahead and get to that. But let's go ahead and let's put Bumblebee aside. And while I'm doing that, if you guys would hit that like button or hit that Rumble button if you're watching over on Rumble, I would appreciate it. Anyway, let's get started on the building and just get her done. I do have a News the Weird item, but this particular one is actually not fake, and it's not like in the news. This is a personal News the Weird item. You guys might remember the story. Last year, I had chickens, and I had these chickens for about 3 or 4 years, and they weren't producing anymore. So it was time to get rid of them. I don't know how to process chickens. I know there's people that do, but I don't. Hey, John, how's it going? And no issues, John. You're not late. You're fine. So last year, yeah, I didn't. Those chickens just weren't any good anymore. They weren't doing nothing but eating. And so what I did was I went over into Facebook Marketplace and I advertised the chickens for free. And this girl right away, she gets a hold of me and says, hey, I'll pick them up. I said, great. So she comes and picks them up on the arranged day. And when she does, she pulls up in this Ram truck, and it is a huge truck, dually tires in the back, diesel, loud, everything. And, on the passenger side, this little thing comes out, little woman. I'm talking little, like maybe 5'1". And so I'm thinking, okay, in the driver's seat, it's going to be some big burly dude, cool, whatever. And no, what comes out of the driver's seat was someone who's even a little bit shorter, maybe 4'11". And this girl gets out of her truck and she spits out tobacco all over my driveway. And I'm thinking, crap. All right, here's the first thing. We got a little miniature. And if you know the cartoon, he did shrink when he became tape size so he could be a spy. And they did give us an extra different tape here. All right, let's put this aside and let's get building on the rest of it. So, yeah, she comes out of the truck and to pick up the birds, and she just spits out a bunch of tobacco. And then, she uses inappropriate language, and she points to the coop, and she's like, are them sons of bitches there? And I'm like, yeah. She's all right, go get the box. And she's talking to that other girl. And she just walks right up to the chicken coop, no problem. And she just opens the door. And when she does, my rooster charges her. And she balls up a fist. And she just punches that rooster. And while the rooster's dazed, she didn't skip a beat. She grabs the rooster with the other hand and throws him in the box. Well, the reason I'm telling you this story is that I was on Facebook this morning, and the same gal who picked up my chickens last year, she's on Facebook, asking if anybody has birds they don't want, and she's willing to pick them up. She'll be up in the lad later today. And immediately I thought of my introduction to her and how it went, and I just started laughing. So anyway, it's kind of fun. Hey, Hoarder, how's it going, man? So I'm just telling news the weird story from real life. Yeah, so it just cracked me up, man. I love seeing that. So anyway, I just wanted to know, you guys have any chickens? Just kidding. All right. On a more serious note, and I will be trying to be serious here. Did you guys watch Transformers as a kid, the cartoon? I did, and I loved it a lot. In fact, I got in trouble quite a few times because my mom's rule was that we had to be home by 5 p.m. for dinner every day. And Transformers started at 4:30. And our TV was broken. And my parents at that time were ultra religious. And so they would not get our TV fixed. And so we just didn't have a TV for probably about a year. And during that time, I used to go to a friend's house that lived 4 blocks away. And we used to watch Transformers. And that was kind of the problem. It ended at like 4:57, because commercials. And it was 4 blocks away. And I used to run my butt off home. And a lot of times I was late. I used to get in trouble for it. But, yeah. I risked it because it was that good. Oh, she does process them. I don't. That's why she's asking for it, because she knows how to. I talked to her. She does know how to process them. I don't know the first name, John. I wished I did know. I've heard there's a place that you can pay a little bit of money and they'll teach you how to process them. So maybe I should take up the class, and because eventually I'm going to have chickens again to get rid of. So, and John says, yeah, I love the whole TV series is on YouTube. Yeah, I watched. It's on 24/7. They just play episodes, and sometimes they just go through a whole entire season. And I love it. I love the very first episode of Transformers. And when they crash land in the volcano and then it goes off. And the Autobots think, or the Decepticons are activated first. And they think that they're going to be fine because they're not going to activate the Autobots. But the shuttle ends up activating the Autobots for them. And yeah, anyways, cool story. Better than a story about chickens. Much better than chickens. So I was looking that up online, and I couldn't believe what I saw, because in the cartoons, Soundwave, he only had 4 tapes as far as I remember. But when I looked it up online, they're saying he had several more. And I'll go over that here in a minute, but I just thought it was kind of weird because I don't remember that. So let's see what they said here. Okay. Yeah, Soundwave's primary cassette minions included the familiar Laserbeak. Yeah, that's what we're building right now. Ravage. Yeah, that's the Jaguar. Rumble, yeah, the guy with the arms that used to pound the ground and open up a big old crack during a battle. Frenzy did the same thing. But I don't know these other ones. They said there was Buzzsaw, Rat-Bat, and he also has additional less common cassette minions such as Beastbox, I don't remember him, Squawk Talk, don't remember that, Overkill, no, Slugfest, and often has other ones in toy lines later. Some of the other later ones are Auto Scout, Howlback, Wing Thing, and Glitz. Okay, I did not. Yeah. Um, yeah, I did not. Was not aware. I just knew before. So I guess you learn something new every day, right? Oh, okay. I see. I'm still figuring this out as I'm building it because I mean I didn't look ahead or anything. John, how's your morning going? Hoarder, how's your morning going? I'm doing pretty good, guys. Tired a little bit, but I actually got proper sleep last night, so I shouldn't be tired. But I just am. I think it's pretty par for the course anymore. And yes, tomorrow. Okay, so a couple of house cleaning items I need to go over. There will not be a live stream tonight. After this video, I'm going to make the review video of the Wild West train that we built on here. And then tomorrow morning, there will not be a live stream either because tomorrow morning will be my procedure that's being done. And what procedure? I'm having a scope done of my throat and my stomach. All right, so we have a cassette tape. And that's what I'm saying. They're going to be calling me at some point and giving me the news of what time and all that. So anyway, and I'm not really sure how. Oh, okay. Well, they explain this. Okay, in the original Generation 1 Soundwave toy released in 1984, it came with Buzzsaw instead of Laserbeak. Buzzsaw was a yellow and black bird cassette. However, Laserbeak went on to feature more prominently in the animated series, making the red and black companion more famous. Okay, well, that makes total sense because I did not realize what the heck. And here's Laserbeak as a, yeah. Yeah, they do. And that's part of the reason that, Hoarder, I appreciate you bringing that up. That's actually one of the reasons that I don't want to stream on Monday nights. Actually, that is the reason I don't want to stream on Monday nights. Is Yeti and Scott. I have respect for them, and in no way am I trying to compete with them. So that's why I don't want to. I might be on that stream. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes they invite me, sometimes they don't. So if I've got the time and they're inviting, I'll be there. I don't know what we're building. Oh, looks like part of Laserbeak's top portion. And Hoarder, how's your morning going? I love how they used this bucket as Laserbeak's was transforming him back. Okay, I'll definitely hit them up for that. I do enjoy spending time with them. They're both really good people, and they're my kind of people. So, all right. So we got to build the other side here. I was working on a city this weekend quite a bit, Yesterday was 10 degrees cooler than it has been, and today is supposed to be another 5 degrees cooler than that. So it's not going to be that hot today. I do need to make the video for the Wild West train first, but when I get that done, I'm probably going to spend the rest of my time outside, or out in the shop, I should say, because I want to get that done. And I can't do any work on it tomorrow because my procedure, I can't drive for like 6 hours afterwards. So, are you serious? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say you can't possibly be short something. All right. So I got to get it done today or never. That city for the Wednesday video. Okay, so there's Laserbeak complete. Oh, we're gonna make Ravage next. Looks like, and I love the fact they gave us an extra Decepticon thing. I'm gonna randomly put this on one of my vehicles in my city. Actually, my friend Brent, he is gonna let me hang out at his house for a couple hours while that crap wears off. And so, yeah. And if push comes to shove and I'm still don't feel like I can drive, my dad doesn't live that far from Brent, and I'm sure my dad would be willing to pick me up. In fact, I'll make sure I do that. I'll arrange that beforehand. And let's see. Hey, I just got done with bag 4 yesterday on the International Space Station. Man, that has a lot of steps for each bag. Bag 5 has 13 pages. But that's a fun one, John. I like the International Space Station. In fact, I'm thinking about, well, you know how my shop in the middle goes way up there? It's like 20 feet up there. I actually would love to get a ladder, climb up there, and hang the International Space Station as if it's like way up there in orbit. Yeah, my friend Brent, he's part of my lug, and not that I'm trying to be mean towards members of my lug, but he's one of the more, well, he is down to earth, and a lot of my lug members, some of them are cool, but I'll admit a lot of them are just plain weird. And Brent is like one of the normal ones, and he's just a good guy. So. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you guys about yesterday's dinner. Oh, yesterday's dinner was so frustrating. We had the family dinner, and so I've got a very big family, but in particular, I got this niece who, let's just say, my family is very diverse. So I got a brother-in-law who's from Argentina. I've got a niece who's like half black. So diverse family. And my one niece, we'll just, I don't know what to call her because I don't want to use her real name, but all the names that come to mind aren't appropriate either because they're not very nice. Anyway, we'll just call her Sherry because I don't know what else to call her. That's definitely not even close to her real name. She was there last night, and she was so on my nerves. All she was talking about was how much things suck in her life and how she can't find a man, can't keep a man. And I'm like, you're divorced twice. I think the common denominator is you. Don't want to hear it? Shut up. That's all she wanted to talk about all night was how many problems she has. And it's always that way. And then she always goes after my sister, her mother, and says disparaging things about her. Well, my sister lives in Arizona, so she can't defend herself. And to be honest with you, I really hate hearing it because it's like, she's still your mother. I get it. She wasn't perfect. I wasn't a perfect dad either. So I totally get that, but shut up. Yeah, I remember my brother got sedation dentistry done. After the procedure, to the car and all the way to his house, he said some off the wall stuff. Yeah, I hope I don't do that. And then I have another niece, and I don't know what to call her either because I don't want to use a real name. She doesn't hardly ever go to these things, but she was there last night, and oh my gosh, she was just belly aching about everything too, and her life sucks too. And I'm like, shut up! I didn't come here to hear everyone bitch. So I actually just kind of left the crowd and just hung out with my dad because, to be honest with you, he's the only reason I really go anyway. Is just because I want to spend time with him because he's 80 now. There's no telling how long he's going to be around. I mean, I don't even know if I have the next 5 minutes is guaranteed. So I just hung out with them, and because we go to train shows and stuff together, we were talking about some of the shows we've been to together, talked about the upcoming shows, talked about what he's doing down in his basement. He's got a train set up down there, and anyway, I just had a good conversation with my dad, and that's how I turn it around. I just ignored the stupid people. How is that? Are you serious, Lego? Um, I'm missing two pieces. And I'm looking right at the table. There's nowhere it could have gone. The bags are on the floor. And there is nothing in those bags. Nice. Okay, well, I can't finish this guy because I'm missing two of these. And this is a new enough part that I don't think I have it out there. Okay, well, I'm just going to set him aside. He's not part of the main build anyway. Let's move on to bag number 3 then. Yeah, and thanks, Hoarder, for saying that. That's putting in words how I feel. Is that I don't want to be around people who are just bitching all the time because it consumes your life with negativity. Yes, okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not an insensitive guy. If you're having problems, I mean, I'm more than willing to listen. It's those people who always have problems, don't take accountability for their problems, so they're never going to get anything better in their life. Nothing's going to get better because they won't take any accountability. And that's the kind of stuff that I just can't stand. And yes, this one niece is always talking about what an awful guy she met off of Tinder. And it's like, I don't know what to tell you, because there's a lot of dudes on Tinder, just a lot of them are invisible to you because they're ugly. And so you want Chad, you're going to get everything that comes with Chad. Or what's the other guy's name? But anyway, yeah, my niece is just, yeah. So yeah, hung out with my dad, had a great time. Talked. My mom didn't make it yesterday to the dinner, so we talked a little bit about how she was doing. And then afterwards, I went to my other sister's house, the one that lives closest to me. We hung out a little bit. And then I went grocery shopping and came home. So yesterday was a full day. I left at like 1:30, didn't get home till almost 10 o'clock at night. So I was gone for quite some time, but like I said, I enjoyed myself. And we do these family dinners usually once a month. There is another family dinner coming up next week, and that's just because one of my nieces that lives, I don't even know where she lives. I think she lives in Arizona. I've only seen her like 4 times my whole life because, like I said, we got a large family. But her and her husband and kids are coming down on this coming weekend, and my parents are having a dinner at their house to celebrate her being there. I don't get along with her. She is the sister of the woman that I was calling Sherry. And so I really don't want to deal with her either. And they're too much alike. So I'm not going to go to that dinner. Okay, wait a minute. What did I do? Okay. Wouldn't it be cool to take the template they gave us here for Soundwave, change the colors, and make the Autobot Blaster, who was the other tape deck? I think that would rock. I haven't not checked Rebrickable, but I'm sure somebody already has the instructions for many of the Transformers. Kind of like, what's his name? Megatron, that Lego's never going to build. I'll bet you somebody's already done it. And I hope they have. Unicron would be cool, at least his head would be. Or a miniature sized version of him, because he wouldn't even fit in my shop if he was full size. Okay, I missed a step here. I misstepped. I've got a lot of cool things planned for the city, guys. I kind of got off track there. I was working on the city a lot lately, and I don't want to reveal my plans, but trust me, you're going to want to watch these videos. Stay tuned, because it's going to get exciting here. And Hoarder, you had asked me if I would consider doing the Riviera. Not only have I considered it, I have figured out an area where I can build it, which is probably only about, I would say, 5, 6, maybe 7 videos away. Because I know exactly where I'm going to put it now. I don't know the. Oh yeah, John, I'm going to have an underground, definitely. In fact, that's part of what I'm getting at. But I don't want to describe it yet, because yeah, I know what I'm doing here. At least I think I do. Okay, wait a minute. What did I do? Okay, so if we're this way, okay, I see what I did wrong. But I'm gonna basically, where I have this shark, the surf shark shop. I've got the little stream that comes out of the sewer. I've got the jet ski place, and then right next to it, the hillside's going to start bowing out towards the sea and taking up part of the sea. And then I'm going to have, I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to have something here at the point, and then it's going to curve back the other way. And when it curves back the other way, I'm going to put the Riviera like right on that thing. So it's not that far away at all. I have not sat down to do anything as far as plan out the buildings. I do have the puzzle that I showed in my last video. And so I can look at that puzzle and get an idea of what the buildings look like, but I haven't gone as far as like mapping out any of the actual buildings, but I know the location and I know how much space I have. I estimate that I'm going to be able to put approximately 15 buildings. I know the Riviera has far more than 15, but the Lego set only has 3, so having 15 will be an improvement. It also is going to require me to it is going to require me to expand the table. I have everything I need except the legs for the table, but those are not hard to get. So, dude, this is like seriously starting to upset me. This is like, this thing looks like it's missing pieces. Ugh. Lego. Love the product, hate the company. I say it all the time. Okay, so these get. Not sure if I should make my purchase through Lego Store or Amazon. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Incredible, amazing Jeff. I'm sitting here waiting to clock in at 1:45. All right. Well, awesome, dude. I hope you had a good weekend. I know I saw you on a stream this weekend for a little bit. Amazon's cheaper, but not by much. It all depends, John. If you have the insider points, that's basically 5% back, and if you have that, that's good. And then I'm part of a credit union, or it's not a credit union, it's a bank called USAA Bank, and it's for military, and they have this thing called Member Shop. And if you're a part of it, you sign into it. It's like an add-on to your browser, and it varies. Sometimes with Lego, they only give you 1.5% back, and then sometimes they give you 3% back. But it all depends on whatever Lego's offering through them. But I always sign in when I'm buying Lego through them. And then the other thing I do is that I also do their credit card. And the USAA credit card offers 2% cash back. So, the 5% points, 1.5 through the member shop, if it's 1.5, just assuming the lowest, and then 2%. So 8.5% back is what I get when I buy Lego. And that's if it's not on clearance, because sometimes you can even find clearance. But that's not terribly too common, the clearance part of it. But anyway, John, I'm just saying there are ways and little things you can do. Oh, wait a minute. I did the wrong. All right, well, I got to redo this. Let's see. I had a wonderful weekend. I just stayed busy at home. Nothing wrong with that. I did change the oil in my truck, by the way, this weekend. It needed it. John says, my father was former Air Force. I'd love to join a credit union. I don't know if you probably can. USAA is not a credit union. They're a bank, but they do offer that member shop thing. And that's free. There's no membership fees or anything. If you're just a member of USAA, you also have member shop. Okay, so, that's why. I've got it reversed. Oh, there are no local branches with USAA as well. All they have is online banking. There is a branch down in San Antonio, Texas, but I'm never there, so that doesn't really help me. But they direct deposit my my check, and then from there, just use a debit card. Pretty much do everything online. So it is convenient. Oh, shoot, I forgot these. John says, I've been waiting to change my Bank of America credit cards. We don't have any USAA here in Florida. Yeah. Well, USAA, I like them a lot. some people have been complaining about them lately online, but I don't see that that's warranted. After all, I've been with USAA ever since Mrs. Chip joined the military, which was 18 years ago. And in the 18 years I've had them as a bank, I've never had anything happen negative. I do need to grab water, though. Also, after the stream, I need to go to the post office. I had a couple Bricklink orders. So if it was any of you guys, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, this is a sound brick. That's pretty dang cool. That is a big sound brick. Because the one for the carousel is like the same size as the light brick, only 2x3. This is 4x4. And it, that's pretty dang cool. Hello, Greg. How's it going? After BOA F'd me over, I want to cancel my red. Yeah, I would too if they, you know. I mean, I hate to say this, but I'm not loyal to any brand when it comes to banking. I mean, if USAA screwed me over, even though I've been with them 18 years, I'd change. I'd change faster. You can go to Navy Federal or something. There's also Mountain America Credit Union here. Yeah. It's going. All right. Well, do you have the day off? Because normally, if you don't have anything going on, Monday's your day off. So just asking how that's going. Yeah, I'm going to pay it off. Yeah, but I don't know how to shop for a credit card. Well, it all depends, John. Like when I became a member of USAA, it was just an option that if you wanted to apply, you applied. And USAA does have a great credit card. Like I said, it's cash back, unlimited. I also do like the Costco Visa card. Or not, is it Visa? I have a Costco credit card that I really like. Now, I don't like credit cards all that much to begin with, but I pay it off so I don't pay interest. And the Costco one I have, it gives me 2% back. And then because I have their business account, business executive account, because I buy Legos tax-free through them when I resell them, they give me another 2% back through the through that. So I get 4% back right there. Yeah, I do play credit cards against each other. Sorry, man. I knew this was going to be a problem. My phone, because I can't turn it off because I'm expecting that phone call. Yeah, anyways, even with expecting that phone call, I was going to try to get 6 bags done today, and we're actually on bag number 5. So we're doing okay. We really are. I'm liking how this is going, and I am curious to see what Soundwave will look like half done. And then I am going to go out to my shop and see if I can find the pieces for Ravage, the ones that were missing out of the bag. And if I can, I'll put them together off camera. And then when we resume on Wednesday morning, I'll go ahead and show you guys what he looks like when he's done. Credit card roulette, kind of. I haven't paid interest on my credit cards for years, so I use and abuse them, and I get the rewards, but I don't pay for it as far as interest is concerned. I want to just make sure that wasn't important because let's see. All right. Well, I will tell you what I find not interesting, but annoying about this procedure is they want me to pre-register. I just had something done, and so I don't know. I don't feel like it, and I went ahead and did it anyway. I did the registration. I asked all kinds of things. It took me like 15 minutes to fill out, and then when it came at the very end to submit it, it errored out and it wouldn't submit. And now they keep sending me stuff saying you need to pre-register, and it's like, no, I'm not going through all that again. You guys just ask me the questions when I get there, because I don't care. All right. Oh, there's not one on the other side. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh, I'm trying to skip ahead, and I shouldn't try that. And I guess I have played a form of credit card roulette with inventory for my Bricklink store. I've definitely bought stuff and not had the money to pay it right away, buy it hoping that I sell enough so that by the time it comes due, I don't owe interest. And I mean, so far, that gamble has paid off. I've not paid interest on it. I've been able to sell fast enough to not have to do that. I don't do that very often anymore, but I've done it several times when I first started doing it because I just didn't have money. Okay, what the? Oh. Okay. I guess I need to follow directions. Okay, so, oh, there it is. So who was your guys' favorite Transformer in the cartoon? Mine was always Optimus Prime. I like the fact that Optimus Prime stood for right and wrong. And I know that's not really a popular subject today, but for me it was. I liked his sense of justice, and he had a moral code that he was really strongly attached to. I really liked that about Optimus in the cartoons. And so he was my favorite. Of course, I also like Bumblebee. I think everyone liked Bumblebee. Hello. Oh, Ironhide? Yeah, Ironhide was a good one too. The weapons specialist. I always liked the fact that he was a truck. Because I knew ever since a small kid that I wanted a truck. And now I have a truck. So, yeah, definitely. My favorite, Gridlock. Oh, Grimlock. Yeah. Gridlock. Oh, wait a minute. I know it was Grimlock. He was the dinosaur one. You're talking about somebody else. Grimlock always made me laugh because me, Grimlock, say, and then it was some weirdo thing he'd always say. Well, I mean, maybe there was one called Gridlock. You never know. I mean, there was Barricade, Barrage. I mean, they had all kinds of names. I did like the actual movie, though. The Barricade, the cop car, was to enslave and punish instead of to protect and serve, which I would dare say that some police departments really do have that painted on the side of their cars. Just kidding. Now I'm getting kind of political. And guys, don't forget, Yeti is streaming tonight at 6 o'clock my time, I think it is, which is 7 o'clock his time Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. So if you guys would, go check him out. Or his channel out. I mean, I guess he probably wouldn't mind if you checked him out too, but, you know, I can't speak for him. Yeah, the Dinobots. I like Swoop, Slag. I forgot the other one's name. Yeah. Swoop was the pterodactyl. And wasn't there a Cliff Jumper? He was much like Bumblebee, but he was red instead. And he was stronger than Bumblebee. Look, you're not my pimp. I don't need them checking me out. Okay, I'll remember that. Well, son of a freaking... Okay, so... What the heck? Yeah, I got it right. What the heck's wrong with you, Lego? Well, you know, when I go to the grocery store, there's always that one girl checking me out. All right. Oh, I did not. Did I really do that? All right, I got to fix this. I also like Optimus Prime. I need to get Soundwave. I'm probably going to buy them in November. Yeah, Soundwave is pretty cool. My friend Brent already has them. John said he had all the original Autobots. I didn't have all of them, but I had a few. The one I always wanted that I never got was Jetfire. He was red and white in that edition. Oh, sadly your nephew destroyed your collection. I can't say that on YouTube. Never mind. Sorry to hear that, John. That's all I can say. I can't probably say what I wanted to say. Okay. I didn't have all the original Autobots, but I did have a lot of Autobots and Decepticons. I remember having Megatron. Yeah, Megatron was pretty cool, even as a toy. I mean, I didn't really like him in the cartoons because how slimy he was, and he just did some dumb stuff. But he could never be trusted. Starscream was actually worse than Megatron, though, because Starscream always thought of himself way higher than what he was, always trying to take Megatron's place. I just found it annoying. Okay. All right. So he's got a ton of little sayings, which I don't think I've been through all of them yet. I've pushed it 5 or 6 times. I wonder how many sayings there is. Okay, I'm not really sure how this works. I wish they did have Megatron first before Soundwave or at least Starscream. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid they're not going to ever do those, though, because they're weapons. I still think it'd be cool if they did. I wish they would go against their policy and just do it. Oh gosh, this is like tougher than nails. Come on. Oh, I accidentally pushed that. There we go. And see, yeah, every time you push it, Decepticons are awesome. All right. If that's the case, they shouldn't be allowed to make X-Wings or Star Destroyers or Death. I agree with you. I think that their policy is very contradictory, especially, I know I mentioned this before on other streams, you also have to think about what they did with Indiana Jones. They actually have the Russian soldiers from the Crystal Skull. Now, they don't have any insignia, but the uniforms are clear that they're military uniforms, and they're the right colors, but that was okay. So they just need to quit being hypocrites and just do whatever. Skyfire. No, it isn't actually. Isn't it actually what? Hypocritical? I think it's very hypocritical. But I don't know, John. I don't know what you mean by that. I was kind of looking down for a while, so I'm not sure what keep you. Yeti is trying to get Star Wars fans screwed up. It's actually okay. It's not actually okay to not have anything. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you mean. Yeah. It's really, we know what it is. And if I remember right, they had that German fighter plane and that white plane from the Last Crusade, and the Germans were chasing him, and he shot off the tail. Sean Connery did in the movie. I thought they had a German warplane in that one too. So I mean, they've gone against their policy so many times, and it just seems like they do it whenever they find it convenient. They're really not that strict following it, their own policy. It's all about the money. If they think to make money off it, they'll do it. I mean, okay, here's another one, guys, that I thought was really stupid. Back when Lego used to have the partnership with Shell Gas, and they had that with Shell for years and years and years. And I actually liked their Shell lineup. And then environmentalists said, oh, well, you can't partner up with Shell because they're a bad company. They're oil. It's like, hello, this is made out of plastic. Your whole entire product is, so I don't know how you can really get around that. But then they dropped their partnership with Shell because environmentalists said something. But then they make their own company, and they call it Octane, which is not any different. It's still a gas company. It's just make-believe. I don't know. There's enough hypocrisy to go around, let me tell you. And it feels like something just fell off. Oh, no, it didn't. It's right there. Okay, wait a minute. I cannot see. What? Okay. Okay. Oh, I see. Never mind. That makes sense now. Okay. I thought they were asking me to do something that wouldn't work, but it actually does. I haven't eaten yesterday. I'm getting hungry. Well, yeah, go eat, John. The other thing I was going to say too is that didn't they have that little motorcycle checkpoint too for Indiana Jones? I don't remember if it had a soldier in it or not. I thought it had one. I don't know. At the end of the day, they've broken their own rules, so I don't see what the harm is in doing Megatron. And maybe that'll be the final push. And I can't believe that off spray thing they did where they made 20,000 of them, put some on the shelves, and then recalled them because, oh, there's a military version of it. Yeah, so what? The one you did wasn't military, kind of like what you do with the Russian soldiers and the German soldiers from World War II. So yeah, they've done some stupid stuff. No, meal times at 5 and then at 7. Okay, I didn't. All right. I don't know. Are you doing some sort of program or something, John? Okay, let's see if we can. Oh, yeah. Okay, so when you push the button, It's a fasting regimen. I've been feeling bloated because of the heat. Well, sorry to hear that, John. And if you look at what Megatron used to transform into that gun looks like Han Solo's blaster. It kind of does. I see that, yeah. And I guess if we want to drive the point further home, what about their Western stuff with the Indians and the soldiers that they had? I mean, well, that was a real war with real soldiers on both sides. Wasn't that go against their war thing? Anyway, all right, I've beaten that dead horse enough. I'm just saying, if you're gonna do something, do it all the way. No half-assing stuff. Just makes you look like an idiot. Royal Gardens, how you doing? Royal Gordon, I'm sorry, not Gardens. YouTube video with a sword and me dancing with my favorite song, My Dance. Was pretty crappy. Didn't like it at all, so I just stopped doing the dance. Okay. Hello, Ricky's Bricks. How's it going? Yeah, even if you're doing something wrong, do it right. Yeah, and you know, there's also the other saying, and that's if loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. Anyway, I think that was a Boondocks episode, if I remember right. And yeah, I shouldn't be talking about Boondocks either, but I do like that cartoon, even though it's foul. Oh, you got them already? That's awesome. That's fast. Got the minifigures. Ricky thinks Chip, they're great. Oh, Uncle Ruckus is a riot, dude. Love Uncle Ruckus. I have La Viva Ligo. It's the opposite of what Michael Jackson had. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love that show. My son is actually the one that introduced me to it. Oh my gosh. That episode's got some good ones. A pimp named Slickback. The Lunar Rover. I don't have that one, John. At least I don't think I do. I'll have to double check, John. I know I don't have money to buy anything right now. So if I don't have it already, I won't be buying it just because I kind of overspent a little bit on Lego, if you can't tell lately. Just a little. I might be a smidge over budget. I cannot. Okay, I want to say a part of Boondocks, the part that really made me laugh. I cannot repeat it, so hopefully you've seen the episode, so you don't think I'm crazy. Just telling you only half of it. But I love the one where they try doing the exorcism. It's not going very well, and so one of them calls the Catholic Church, and I love their freaking message. It was so awful. It was funny. So anyway, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably think I'm crazy for even mentioning it. And that's okay. Okay. So we've got his torso. An AFL going over budget? Yeah, I know. It never happens, right? Yeah, Mrs. Chip, your car payment it bounced. I'm not sure what. No, I'm just kidding. We don't have any car payments. That is one thing I will say, guys, that I am very happy about. I joke about Miss Chip a lot, but I got to give her credit. Miss Chip is not one of these women that money means everything. In fact, Mrs. Chip has been very cooperative on the way that I want to do money, and the way that I've done money is the truck is paid for, her car is paid for. We have no student loans. We got nothing. The only debt we have is the house payment. And so Mrs. Chip is a lot of things, but that's one thing she's not. She's actually been very cooperative. And not having debt has really helped us out so many different ways. Oh yeah, what about the episode on Boondocks with the stink meter? When he dies and comes back to life because they sent him to hell, but hell ain't shit. They send him back. That's probably, oh my gosh, it's just that whole entire like cartoon is so awful, but I love it. I also like the part about Lady Liberty's got balls. And again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you probably think I'm crazy, but and speaking of Boondocks and the person that introduced me to it, Spencer's about ready to walk through the door. Yo, what's up? Oh, hey, Spencer. Can you come up here for a second? Yeah, I am. Because I got to ask you some questions. No, we were talking about something that you know very well. What's your favorite Boondocks episode? All of them? Okay.
No, it's the one where Ruckus starts a religion.
Oh, where Ruckus starts a religion. I forgot about that.
That one's pretty foul.
It is foul, but that's why I like it. Well, we are almost done with bag number 6, guys and gals. And I'm just going to check here real quick. Ooh. Yeti says he loves that episode. Yeah, I also like the episode where he takes them. I don't remember if it was a school trip, field trip, or whatever, but they go to that prison to scare them straight, but instead everyone gets scared and they leave. Oh, and what about the episode where Samuel L. Jackson does a voiceover for a white dude, an Iraq war veteran? Oh my gosh, that was too much. Everyone thinks we was over there looking for weapons of mass destruction. We weren't. I was over there looking for bitches. But they was wearing that carpet over their head, and all you could see was the eyes. That was messed up, dude. You can roll back that carpet, you can have a tragedy on your hands. Say what again? That's actually from. That was from a different movie, but it was also in the cartoon too. Say what again? So it looks like we're working on the arms right now, and we do have a little bit. Oh yes, this is actually the hands. Okay. There we go. We've got his hands. Okay. I'm gonna have to turn this off. No, I didn't say that. My goodness, my phone. I got to get a new phone. This phone's been acting the fool for a while. Just hope I don't miss that phone call. All right. So yes, we do have an arm, and it looks like we got to build one more arm, and that looks like that might be the end of it for today. After this arm, so looks like we're getting there, and we're getting pretty far. Like I said, I can't do a stream tomorrow. I'll be gone to that procedure. And then after that, I will try to get the Wild West train review done today and release that tonight, maybe tomorrow. And then, of course, Wednesday we'll have the city update video. That's coming up. I'm so glad I turned off my phone. I'm still seeing notifications popping up. There are times that I hate my phone. What about tonight? Oh, I can't do one tonight, John. I got too much going on. So probably the next stream is going to be Wednesday morning. And in fact, it will be Wednesday morning. We'll be doing this guy here. And as far as the night streams, let me check the schedule. I made one. Let's quit guessing. Let's just open this up. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so we're supposed to do the Wild West train review, and that's probably going to be. I'm not going to try. I'm going to release that at midnight tonight, and no stream tomorrow. So that'll be the video for tomorrow. And then Wednesday will be the city update, and then Soundwave in the morning, finishing them up. Then on Thursday in the morning, we're going to do the Arctic Explorer Science Lab truck, and that is set number 60471, one of the ones that was released on August the 1st. And that's the nighttime. On Thursday, we're going to do part 4 of the Neuschwanstein Castle. It's getting somewhat easier to say. So yeah, we'll get that done on Thursday. And Friday will be the review of the Neuschwanstein Castle. And then in the morning, we'll do part 2 of the Arctic Explorer Science Lab truck. So yeah, we got a little bit of a schedule going on the rest of the week. And I'm actually getting to the point where I just want to work on my city. Got so many ideas for it. Oh man, I really do. And I really wish that there weren't trolls on the internet, but trolls and the internet go hand in hand. But there's been some problems I've had with revealing my plans for my city, because there's other city builders that have got the jump on me as soon as I mention it, because they have a bigger channel, more money, and they can do it faster than I can. So I tend to kind of keep those things close to the vest these days and not reveal it until I'm actually doing it. But I can tell you that if you stick around, you're not going to be disappointed. The city has got a lot of cool features coming up. I will reveal one because I already have revealed it early in the stream. Porter had asked me to consider doing a larger portion of the Riviera, and I'm doing that. Don't I like surprises when you do your city that keeps me coming back for more? I appreciate that, John. And I've got a lot of things planned. So we are going to do an Italian cliffside Riviera. And I am very much looking forward to that. I think that'll be a nice addition to the city. And we're going to try to do anywhere from, I'm thinking 12 to 15. It might be more. I don't know. We'll see how many buildings we can fit in there. And like I said, I have the jigsaw puzzle from a kid, which is a photograph of the Riviera. And I'm going to use that as my template. So I'm going to try to get it as close to the original as possible. I am hoping to do the church that's kind of on the mountain, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. I have never built a Lego church before. And I don't mind, because I am a church-going person. I don't mind having a church, but I think it might also drive some people to insanity, because there's a lot of people that don't care for any church. And I don't, whatever. I'm going to do it anyway. If I can figure it out, I'm going to do it. That's all that matters. You love having a good influence on people. Well, I once saw a meme that said that I'm not completely useless. At least parents can use me as a influence, tell their kids of how not to turn out. Porter, I appreciate the idea. I really do. Thank you. Okay, let's get the other arm on there, and I just turned my phone go off again. It's vibrating, but dang, man. Oh, now they ask. Um, maybe I should give it to them then. That gas station. Yeah, they do. Yeti. Jay says, I have a church. It's going to be so cool. Don't start doubting yourself. You got this. Well, I appreciate that. And Yeti says, I have a church. And yeah, you do. I like it. I'm going to try to get as close to the one that is actually there. And that's going to be the challenge. I've never done a church before. So I kind of like, okay, but I'll do it. I'll get it figured out. Might take me a couple tries, but we'll figure it out. All right, so we have the other hand. Oh, yeah, on the other hand, I'm just kidding. Let's get this done. Yep, okay. Okay, that's weird. That's not sitting right. It's not sitting right. Let me make sure I did this right. No, I did it right. Okay, well, if that's like that, and that is like this. Oh, because I had it turned the wrong way. Okay, that's right. All right, cool. I do have an extra tile, which I don't like, so I'll have to go back and make sure I didn't mess that up. But here we go. We have Soundwave. We've got his torso. And I love the tape deck, how it opens up when you push the button. We do have one tape built, Laserbeak. We don't have Ravage because they shorted me this little double clip thing. They shorted me 2 of them. So I'm going to check and see if I have them out in my collection or if I have them out in my store. Anyway, I'm going to try to see if I can replace it today. If I can, great. If not, maybe my friend Brent has one. I'm going to see him tomorrow anyway. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. All right, well, thank you so much for being here, guys. Hit that like button if you would. And subscribe if you haven't already. And just double check, make sure you still subscribe since YouTube likes to be funny like that. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.